The story begins with a man named Jason out on the water, fishing. When he spots a storm rolling in, he packs up and heads home. On the way, the rain starts to fall. His garage door won't open, so he leaves the car parked outside. Jason has a stack of bills piling up. Inside, he goes to greet his old dog. His wife, Anne, is still asleep. They have 2 children, Ruth and Graham, and their internet has just cut out. Cracks have started spreading through the chimney of the house, and the repairman has already told them the truth. Their foundation is sinking. But today the whole family is getting ready to go pick out a Christmas tree. Ruth tries the front door. It won't open. Jason tries it himself. It still won't open. The back door is the same. He tries the garage door, and every window in the house refuses to move. It's as if everything has been glued shut. The Wi-Fi is dead. There's no signal on any phone. Jason panics and kicks the door, but it won't budge. He grabs a metal rod and swings at the glass window, and even that won't break open. It's like the rainwater is gluing it in place. Every window in the house is the same. And then they realize their neighbors are trapped inside their homes too. But one woman, Susan, is just coming back from her jog. Her husband is locked inside as well, so Susan runs off to find help. Every attempt Jason makes fails. The whole family starts watching the neighbors instead. Jason doesn't know a single neighbor's name. He's given them all made-up names of his own. One family even has a boat sitting outside. The entire neighborhood starts speculating. Is this something the government did, or is this the work of aliens? At dinner, Jason tells his family that they are safe. They're in their own home. That night, as they settle in, Ruth tells him that maybe the rain did this. The rain looked different today, and is frightened too. Her parents are facing this same situation somewhere out there, completely alone. Jason shows her a gun he bought, something she knew nothing about. He bought it after a nightmare, when he wasn't feeling safe, and now he teaches her how to use it. Jason drills a hole through the door, but the rainwater covers it over. He tries breaking through the wall of the house, and even there the rain forms a kind of barrier. Yet air is still flowing into the house normally. Jason understands whatever this is, it isn't man-made. The chimney starts giving off a creaking sound as the cracks widen. The next day, the moment the rain stops, they run to the door and try to open it. It still won't open. For entertainment, all they have are a few of Jason's classic songs, an old DVD player, and only 2 movies. As for the essentials, if they ration carefully, they have food for at least 2 months. They still have water, power, and gas. Even so, they decide to conserve everything they can. The whole family is ready to face this together, but their old dog is desperate to get outside. Jason tells him to go wherever he wants. He'll clean it up. By the 4th day, the kids are tired of reading the same things over and over. So Jason teaches them how to gut a fish, using soft toy fish as practice. He asks his neighbor, Mr. Richardson, to find out how far this thing has spread. A full week passes with them locked inside, and the lights in the house begin to flicker. And starts saving tomato seeds, hoping to grow tomatoes. Jason learns that every house nearby is locked the same way. He talks with Mr. Richardson more, who is a dentist, and learns they don't have enough food left. 2 weeks in, Ruth sees something outside her window. Whatever it is, it's moving the rainwater across the glass in a strange way. She starts playing with it. The next day, Jason's family passes the time with different activities around the house. They're exercising daily now. They burn every one of their bills. Everyone celebrates Christmas. The whole neighborhood is celebrating with them. But a month later, Ruth says the rainwalker is back. Graham sees it too, though he decides it's just an animal. The kids are sick of the same dry, tasteless food and refuse to eat. Ruth says she saw someone outside. She was trying to communicate, but nobody takes her seriously. Jason gets angry, telling her everyone is locked inside and there's no one out there to be seen. But they decide to stay a little positive. Jason and start noticing how clear the sky has become, the stars sharp and visible. A wolf appears outside their house. This world belongs to them now. Humans are no longer steering the ship. The day after Christmas, everyone opens their gifts, but the gifts are just things from around their own house. And has a book for teaching her children the piano, but nobody wants to learn it. So the kids give and the first tomato she managed to grow. She gets emotional as she eats it. But then Ruth watches their neighbor, Mrs. Richardson, collapse unconscious. They won't survive much longer without food. Seeing all of it, Jason's family sinks into sadness. Their old dog's medication has run out too. After that, one night during the rain, Ruth is playing with her toys when Susan appears at their glass window, covered in blood. Ruth runs to tell her parents. Susan is trying to get inside the house. She's screaming that everyone is dead. Don't let them see you. No help is coming. And then something drags Susan backward from behind. These were the night walkers Ruth had been talking to all along. Outside, a bright light explodes and everything vanishes. Only now does Jason look at Ruth's drawings. She says the one from that day was nice, not like these. They decide that from now on, they'll cover every window whenever it rains. Then one day, while Ruth is hanging from a beam in the house, the cracks in the chimney widen and the chimney cap falls from the top all the way down. Now they can see all the way through. Ruth says they could get out through the chimney, but it was too narrow. Ruth says to send her up. They rig together a makeshift lift and send her to the top, but even she can't get out from there. Only one of her hands makes it through. And then the rain starts falling, so they bring Ruth back down. At that moment, their dog is crying in pain. With the medication gone, he's suffering. Jason tells them to take the kids away and put on the TV. Then, weeping, he picks up the gun and ends his dog's pain. But now they can't keep him like this either. Anne suggests a cremation at the fireplace, but Jason says they could also keep him in the freezer for the worst-case scenario, and tells him to handle it and not tell her anything. Jason chooses the freezer option, but as he goes to burn the remaining parts, he spots the wolf outside. So Jason places those parts out through the chimney for the wolf to take. But the wolf, frightened by the thunder, leaves. Jason sees that strange behavior in the rainwater once again. After that, the next time the rain comes, he covers the windows and tells the kids to hide. But Ruth goes to grab her plant sitting near the window, and in that moment, the creature sees her. Jason signals for Ruth to stay still and quiet. The creature moves on. 3 months later, the kids start asking for more food. Ruth begins crying, saying to give her more today and she'll go hungry tomorrow. She insists on opening the fridge. But when the fridge opens, it's completely empty. Every food drawer is bare. They were out of food. And collapses from weakness. Their hope has broken. But Jason refuses to give up. He says he will figure it out. And right then, Graham comes in carrying his pet fish from the aquarium, gutted. The whole family pulls each other into a hug. And that's when Jason's eyes land on the wolf outside, and an idea comes to him. Jason builds a trap out of things lying around his garage and baits it with the meat from the freezer, then sets it outside through the chimney. A fox comes to it, but it eats the meat and walks away. The trap activated too late. So Jason fixes the trap. On the next try, the fox is caught, but it can't be pulled back through the chimney. It breaks free and runs off. Jason grows frustrated and brings him food, telling him he hasn't eaten in days. And the moment he starts eating, an idea comes to him. He builds a smaller trap and sets a carrot in it as bait. This trap is controlled hydraulically. The moment a squirrel comes for the carrot, Jason traps it and pulls it inside through the chimney. And that's where their chimney fishing begins. Everyone enjoys the meal. Jason tears up the floor of the house to make space for Anne's farming. The whole family works the soil. Jason builds a trap for catching birds. They rig up lighting for the plants. These people turn their own home into a drive-in cinema and start watching movies. But then the lights go out. The story jumps 5 years ahead. Anne's farming is running successfully. Graham has learned the piano. Ruth has grown up too, and now she spends most of her time in the attic. She's pinned up a photo of Mr. Richardson there. Outside, there's wildlife everywhere. Not a trace of human beings anywhere. The moment the rain comes, they cover their windows and cuts Jason's hair. Jason has made his trap automatic now, but the condition of their house has gotten far worse, and notices that their house is really sinking, and because of it the soil is eroding too. Whatever is keeping these people locked in is the same thing holding this house together. So Jason shows everyone the car he repaired, but there's only a little gas left in it. Graham thinks it's a waste of time, since this car is never getting out of here. Graham's behavior is changing. He's sick of being stuck inside. But Jason doesn't want to pay attention to that. He sees his job as simply keeping his family alive. So today, when the rain comes, a creature arrives right by the door. Everyone hides, and then this creature opens the door and steps inside. Graham can see the open door right in front of him. The liquid dripping off this creature is affecting everything it touches, and asks Jason about the gun and moves forward to get it. The creature destroys Anne's entire plantation. After that it leaves. Graham tries to get out through the door, but he fails. Ruth tells everyone that salt water was dripping off that creature. And right then the rain stops. Jason moves toward the door to open it, but the door still won't open. Ruth tells Jason, what if these things didn't come from outer space but from the ocean, and that's how they're able to control the rain? And is worn down because all of her plants have died. Their drinking water has gone bad too. After that, a ferret gets caught in the trap and starts coming into the house, but Ruth sets it free. Anne and Jason are arguing. Jason keeps saying they'll figure out water and food again, and says, what if that thing comes back? She tells him they're alive because of the crack in the chimney, not because of him, and that if they don't get out of this house, they'll die right here. And right then, the ferret bites Ruth. Jason kills the ferret, but because of the bite, an infection starts spreading through Ruth's body. She needs antibiotics. Seeing his daughter in this condition drives Jason out of his mind. He gets into the car and, in his rage, starts trying to smash through the garage door. Through all of it, the car is the thing breaking, not the door. In the middle of ramming it, Jason hits his own head against the steering wheel. And it's in this state that his eyes fall on the cracks in the floor. He pushes the metal rod into a crack. Jason starts measuring the floor cracks throughout the house, and keeps telling him to calm down. But Jason follows the cracks all the way to the washroom, and grabs him and forces him to stop. But Jason has seen that the washroom is where the sinking is worst. He breaks the floor, and they reach a sewer pipe, the one connecting their entire neighborhood. And that dentist Richardson's house is sure to have antibiotics. But Jason won't fit inside this sewer pipe, and is the only one among them who can do this. They send her down with the video transmitting device, and pushes ahead and finds a loose brick. She shoves the wall and breaks through. And right then, Jason stops receiving the video. He starts trying to go in himself. But Graham sees that and has reached the Richardsons' house, and the video coverage starts coming through again. The Richardsons' entire house looks like it's been flooded for years. And right then, the rain begins, and finds a bottle of water. She finds antibiotics on the bed too. Jason is telling her to come back quickly. But before she can, the creature arrives there, and runs, trying to escape it. The sewer has filled with water now, and is terrified at the sight of Mr. Richardson's body. The creature comes into the water behind her too. The moment and reaches her sewer pipe, the creature is standing right behind her, and fires her shots at it. At the exact right moment, Jason pulls and up. He breaks the wall and seals off this flooding hole, and goes and gives Ruth the antibiotics. She lost the gun back there, and now that creature knows they're here, which means it's going to come. Jason suggests Anne and the kids hide in the attic, because the creature doesn't know how many of them are here. But Graham says, how long can we live like this? If they can come inside, that means we can go outside. We will fight them. Anne sides with Graham too. They have to get out of here. So Jason has the windows of the house uncovered. They're going to trap the creature inside their own home. Jason gets a trap ready. The whole family is set for the hunt. Everyone takes their positions and stands by the windows. But right then, water starts coming into their house through the taps, water pushes in through the chimney, and water floods in from every direction until it's all through the house. They all go under, but they stay by the window and call the creature inside. It comes in. Jason is ready with his crossbow, but he doesn't have a shot. So and lights a Molotov and throws it onto the creature, setting it on fire. Now Jason will be able to see it, but he misses the shot, and the creature picks him up and throws him, and goes and lifts Jason up out of the water. They have to get to the attic. Jason's harpoon is stuck in the kitchen, so Graham goes to get it. Along with that, water starts filling their garage too. But this water is running underground through a hole. Graham goes and pulls the harpoon free from the kitchen. Right then, Jason cuts a hole directly above him and makes a way up for Graham. He pushes the creature down. Everyone gets into the attic. Jason is ready to take another shot. The attic has filled with water too. The moment the creature comes up there, they pull a rope that starts the car in the garage. Jason takes the shot, and the creature starts getting dragged backward. All the water rushes into the garage and drains out through that hole. These people had trapped the creature. Jason shows it the knife and tells it to open the door. But Ruth stops him, telling him not to kill it. And that's when Jason remembers little Ruth's words, that these ones are good. And he remembers how, from the very beginning, all he's been doing is trying to fight this entire situation. This creature is signaling him to lower the knife too. Jason frees the creature and throws the knife away. And this creature opens the door for them. The moment they step outside, many more creatures come and surround them. But that creature sends the other creatures away from them. And right then, their house sinks into the ground. The rain stops too. Ruth, finding herself free, just runs as fast as she can. The whole family stands on top of a U-Haul truck and watches the creatures heading back. Jason's family takes their neighbor's boat and leaves this place. Here, these people showed those creatures mercy, and those creatures showed them mercy in return. They were a part of this earth too. So Jason's family is holding on to hope that they'll find more survivors. And right then, they hear a hello over the radio. And with that, this story comes to an end. Tell us in the comments how you liked this explanation, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.